All right, Fox 61 Bike Area Kitchen time as we move into the cooler, crisper fall part of the season. Your drinks tend to change a little bit, at least the profiles. We go from that light and refreshing part of summer to something with a little more bite to it, or at least that's what Andrea Reyes says. She's with Citrus Rye events. You're just a one-woman mobile cocktail business.
Sure am.
That runs, and where do you go?
The entire state of Connecticut.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What do you? Who books you?
I mean, anybody who needs any sort of beverage catering, weddings, baby showers, charity events, corporate.
Any sort of corporate stuff?
Yeah.
There's a meeting that we do after the show, at 11 o'clock. No, never mind. We'll discuss that later. We're going to do some fall drinks. And you know, one thing, you know, I love the fact that up here, there's so many great wineries, so many great breweries, and then there's a couple of distilleries as well. Litchfield Distillery has been around for almost 10 years, and you're going to incorporate our friends from up there in the first drink, and I think this is great. Take a look at this.
All right, so what we have is the Litchfield Distillery Gin, a personal favorite of mine.
Right.
I wanted to keep it simple to display the characteristics of it. It's very clean, versatile.
Except this does not look simple. I want you to take a look at this. So you got a bottle of gin. If you got one just lying around, you could put you could put stuff in it. There you go.
Awesome.
That was a quick shot. What are I thought these were pomegranates. I was wrong.
Yes.
What are they?
So they're pink peppercorns, and then there's a few pieces of star anise inside, just to kind of brighten it up.
What does that do to the gin? I mean, in terms of the peppery taste, almost makes it almost rye-ish.
Well, I would say it. I think it zhuzhes up the botanicals that already exist in there.
Okay.
It just kind of really enhances that, and these are some common fall flavors. And we want to keep it simple.
And so you did this in the whole bottle. If you don't want to commit the whole bottle, here you go, Anthony. There you go. See that? You can just grab a decanter, and how much in terms of the spices you put in?
I would say probably about a couple tablespoons of pink peppercorns and probably 3 star anise, and let it sit for about 4 or 5 hours.
That's it? You don't want it sitting weeks and weeks and weeks?
No.
And weeks? All right. Fine. As if it's going to last that long. Good work here. The first one you're doing, and again, this is your, as you said, zhuzh.
Zhuzh it up.
Zhuzh on a gin and tonic. When it comes to fall drinks, where do the taste palettes change?
I would say that there's warm spices, so I would say there's more cinnamon, allspice, clove, things like that.
What's big these days?
There's something called St. Elizabeth Allspice Dram, and that's probably the best thing that you can have for fall. It just really brightens everything. Not brightens, but warms it up.
Okay.
Makes you feel like you're by a fire. It's the best way.
Most drinks tend to do that for me. Yeah, that's good to know. All right, a little ice into the gin and tonic. The other drink as we get started, and by the way, it's 1 part gin and how many parts tonic there?
So it's about 2 ounces of the gin. It's like a nice highball, so you want to do about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces.
Maybe that's the way you do.
Yeah, I would like a 2 ounce.
Perfect.
Pour.
All right, let's go to the bourbon drink. And bourbon, that's my jam. Literally, what are we doing here?
So we're gonna. This is an apricot old fashioned.
Okay.
And it's going to be topped with a candied piece of ginger and a Luxardo cherry.
Okay, go for it.
So again, super easy. We'll just build it right in the glass. Add 2 ounces of bourbon, always. And then we'll
use your bourbon du jour. Litchfield Distillery has some fine different aperitifs up there if you want to throw
and
those
a new
in.
bottled in bond that they just did, which is really nice. All right, a couple dashes of orange bitters, and then we'll do...
You notice I'm not even doing anything over here? This is fun. I'm just going to drink it later. Much later.
You know what else isn't doing anything? Are these pour spouts.
Apricot. That's, I guess, as a bartender extraordinaire, you got to know which flavors work. But apricot, I don't think I've had much apricot in anything lately.
Yeah, I feel like that's like such an underused fruit, and it's delicious, and I like it.
Are we done with the smoky face?
I feel like I have an opinion on it. I feel like no.
Well, share it. It's only live TV. Go right ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like it kind of, as nice as it is, it's really potent. You want extra ginger?
I'm gonna judge it with the candied ginger. That is, and listen, that is as fine of an old fashioned as you're gonna get. And the key is use your bourbon of choice. Litchfield bourbon, that's fine, or use anything else you want. But when it comes to adding the flavor profile, it really changes up the drink a lot.
It does, yeah, minimally, yeah. So the spirit gets to shine, but it's Zhuzh. That's the word of the day.
Zhuzh.
Yes.
We're going to try zhuzh up the weather in a moment. Andrea Reyes. Citrus and Rye. Look her up at citrusandrye.com. Is that it?
Yes, it is.
There it is. Thanks for coming. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's